Hey friends, welcome to the Time for Living podcast, your ultimate guide to finding the time you need to crush your business dreams while still having time to live your one beautiful life. I'm your host, Lucy Clark, a devoted boy mum, dedicated business owner and time-finding expert. Say goodbye to the I'm too busy mindset that's holding you back from growing your online business. No more feeling overwhelmed or stuck in the same place year after year. Each week, we'll dive deep into strategies for being intentional with your precious time so you can hit those business goals while still making time for yourself and your family. If you're ready to create more time, get practical tips and prioritize the steps that will make the biggest impact on your business and life, then you're in the right spot. Pop in your earbuds, steal a quiet moment, and let's find time together. I want to feel financially secure. You wrote that down last week. And it's true, it's what you want. But this morning, sitting at your desk, or maybe in your car after school pickup, you're staring at those words thinking, okay, what do I actually do with that? How do you turn a feeling into a plan? How do I go from I want to feel secure to something you can work on tomorrow morning during that 15-minute pocket before the day explodes? Here's where most of us go wrong. We turn that feeling into a number. I want to make $50,000 from my business. And then we wait. We wait to hit that number. And when it doesn't happen fast enough, we feel like failures. But what if that number isn't the point? What if focusing on the outcome is actually what's keeping you stuck? Today, I'm going to show you something different. How to turn your North Star feeling into goals you actually control. Not outcomes you're hoping for, actions you can take. And you're going to do it in 2 15-minute sessions. That's it. By the end of this episode, you'll have 1 to 3 goals for 2026 that don't depend on other people, market conditions, or perfect circumstances. Goals that are 100% in your control. Okay, a quick reminder of where we are. Last week, episode 57, you found your North Star feeling, the thing you want to feel 1 year from now. Today, we're turning that feeling into goals, but not the kind of goals you're used to. This is week 2 of my 5-episode system for ambitious moms who are done waiting for someday and ready to build something new. Next week, we'll break those goals into daily actions, the stuff you do tomorrow. But today, we're laying the foundation, and it starts with a shift in how you think about goals entirely. Let me guess what happened after you set goals last January. You wrote something like, make $5,000 a month from my business, or lose 15 pounds, or grow my email list to 1,000 subscribers. Specific, measurable, sounds good, right? Here's the problem. 3 months later, you weren't hitting those numbers and you started feeling like a failure, even though you were showing up, even though you were doing the work. Because here's the thing nobody tells you. You don't control whether those things happen. You can't control whether people buy from you. That depends on the market, the algorithm, whether your ideal client even sees your post that day. You can't control exactly how your body responds. That depends on your metabolism, your stress levels, how much sleep you got. You can't control whether people sign up for your email list. That depends on 100 factors outside your control. And when you base your success on things you can't control, you set yourself up for constant disappointment. You could do everything right. Reach out to 50 people, post every day, follow the perfect workout plan, and still not hit that exact number on your timeline. And then what happens? You think you failed, even though you showed up consistently, even though you did the work. So you either give up, or you push harder and burn out, or you decide goal setting just doesn't work for you. But the problem isn't you. The problem is you're measuring the wrong thing. I learned this lesson the hard way. In 2025, I set a goal, grow my podcast to 5,000 downloads a month by the end of the year. Specific, measurable, exciting. And for 6 months, I hustled. I posted everywhere. I reached out to people. I did everything right. But downloads weren't growing fast enough, and every time I checked my numbers, I felt behind, stressed, like I was failing. Until I asked myself, but are you showing up consistently? Yes, I was creating episodes weekly. I was posting 3 times a week. Then I knew what to say to myself. You're not failing. You're just measuring the wrong thing. That stopped me, because I was showing up. The downloads, those depended on algorithms, on whether people found me, on timing, on 100 things outside my control. But my actions, those were 100% in my control. So I changed my goal. New goal. I am creating one valuable podcast episode every week and promoting it on 3 platforms. Not downloads, actions. And you know what happened? The downloads grew. Slowly at first, then faster, because I was focusing on what I could control, showing up consistently, instead of obsessing over what I couldn't. Here's the shift. From outcome goals to process goals. An outcome goal is, I want to make $5,000 a month. Process goal, I am reaching out to 5 potential clients every week. Outcome goal, I want to lose 15 pounds. Process goal, I am moving my body for 20 minutes every day and eating protein at every meal. See the difference? Process goals are actions you have complete control over. You control whether you reach out to 5 people. You control whether you move your body. You control what you eat. And here's the beautiful part. When you focus on what you can control and stay consistent, the outcomes happen naturally. You can't force someone to buy from you, but if you consistently show up where your ideal clients are and reach out regularly, sales will happen. You can't control your exact body transformation timeline, but if you consistently move and nourish yourself well, your body will change. Process over outcome. Actions over results. That's the shift. All right, let's get practical. I talked about doing 2 15-minute sessions. Let's start with session 1. Grab what you wrote last week, your North Star feeling. Something like, I want to feel financially secure, or I want to feel proud of what I'm building. In this first 15-minute session, you're turning that feeling into actions you can control. Set a timer, 15 minutes. I'm serious, set it now, and answer these 3 questions. Question 1, what actions will create this feeling? Not what outcome do I need? What would I need to do? Let's say your North Star is I want to feel financially secure. What actions would create that? Maybe consistently reaching out to potential clients, showing up regularly on one platform, working on my business a set number of hours each week. These are actions, things you control. Question 2, can I actually commit to this consistently? This is where most people mess up. They choose actions they can't sustain. I'll reach out to 20 people every day, but you're working full-time and have 2 kids. That's not realistic. Be honest. What can you commit to during your worst, most chaotic week? Maybe it's, I'll reach out to 5 people every week, no matter what. That's doable. And then there's question 3. How will I measure my consistency? Not when will I hit my outcome? How will I track whether I did the action? Your goal isn't make $5,000 by June. Your goal is reach out to 5 potential clients every week. You're measuring, did I do it? Not, did I get the result? Now write your process goal in the present tense. I am reaching out to 5 potential clients every week. I am moving my body for 20 minutes every day. I am posting valuable content 3 times per week. That's your goal, the action you'll take consistently. So pause right now, don't keep listening, set that timer, answer those 3 questions. I'll wait. Really do it now while it's fresh. 15 minutes. Okay, you've got your process goal. Before we move into session 2, I need to tell you something you probably don't want to hear. Consistency beats intensity every single time. I know you want to go all in. Work on your business 40 hours this week. Reach out to 50 people. Post twice a day. That's intensity and it doesn't last. Here's what actually works. Showing up in small, consistent ways. The person who reaches out to 5 clients every single week for a year will build a more successful business than the person who reaches out to 100 people one month and then disappears for 3. The person who moves their body for 20 minutes every day will be healthier than the person who does 2-hour workouts twice a week and then feels guilty the other 5 days. Small actions, repeated consistently, compound into massive results. And here's the other thing. Consistency is actually easier than intensity. When you commit to something small every day, it becomes part of your identity. You don't have to psych yourself up, you just do it. But when you try to go big, you're constantly fighting resistance. You're constantly looking for huge blocks of time. You're exhausting yourself. That's why it doesn't stick. So when you're looking at your process goal, ask yourself, What's the minimum I can do that still counts as progress? Maybe you want to work on your business 10 hours a week. Great. But what's your minimum? 3 hours? That's your baseline. That's what you commit to no matter what. On good weeks, you'll do more. But even on your hardest weeks, you'll hit that minimum. And that's what creates momentum. That's what changes your life. So you've done the session 1, you have your process goal, now you're doing session 2. This is where you make sure your goal is actually worth pursuing. Set another 15-minute timer. Pull out your process goal and ask yourself, why do I want this? Don't skip this. This is the part that keeps you going when it gets hard. And keep asking why until you hit bedrock. Let's use an example. Your process goal is, I'm reaching out to 5 potential clients every week. Why? So I can build my business. Why do you want to build your business? So I can make money. Why does that matter? So I will have more freedom with my time. Why does that matter? Because I want to be there for my kids. I want to be the kind of mom who's present for the school plays and the bedtime stories, not stuck finishing work. There it is. That's your real why. You're not reaching out to clients for the money. You're doing it for your kids, for your freedom, for the life you actually want. When you know your real why, everything changes. On hard days, and there will be hard days, you'll remember. You're not doing this for 5K. You're doing this for your family, for yourself. That's what keeps you consistent when motivation fades. So now create your minimum viable action. Your process goal is reaching out to 5 clients a week. But what if you have a terrible week? What's your floor, your bare minimum? Maybe it's reach out to 2 people, no matter what. That's your safety net. Even on your worst week, you do this. And here's what's powerful. When you hit your minimum during chaos, you maintain momentum. You don't break the chain. You don't have to start over. You keep going. Write both down. Ideal. Reach out to 5 potential clients every week. Minimum. Reach out to 2 potential clients, no matter what. This is what makes process goals sustainable. You're not expecting perfection. You're building consistency. And consistency is what changes everything. So now let's talk about tracking, because this is where people get confused. With outcome goals, you're constantly checking, did I hit my number? Did I make 5K? Did I lose 15 pounds? And when the answer is not yet, you feel discouraged. With process goals, you track something different. Did I do what I said I would do? That's it. Did you reach out to 5 people this week? Yes or no? Did you move your body for 20 minutes today? Yes or no? You're not tracking revenue. You're not tracking pounds. You're tracking your actions. And you can feel successful every single day. Because success isn't, did I hit my outcome? It's, did I show up? Keep it simple. Use a calendar. Or I have a habit tracker in the Dream Big workbook that goes along with this series. Check off each day you do your action. You could also use a habit tracker app or keep a one-line journal, whatever is the easiest for your life. The point is to see your consistency, to watch that chain of check marks grow. Because when you see yourself showing up day after day, it motivates you to keep going. You don't want to break the chain. And that's how you build lasting change. I know what you're thinking. Okay, Lucy, but when do I actually see results? Here's the hard truth, and I need you to really hear this. The outcomes will come when you stay consistent with the process. If you consistently reach out to potential clients, you will make sales. If you consistently create valuable content, your audience will grow. If you consistently move your body and nourish it well, your body will change. It might not happen on your timeline. It might not look exactly like you imagined, but it will happen because results are the natural byproduct of consistent action. Think about planting a garden. You can't control when the tomatoes ripen, but if you water, pull weeds, give them sun, you will get tomatoes. Same thing here. You can't control when sales happen, but if you consistently show up and reach out, sales will come. And here's the other beautiful part. When you focus on process instead of outcome, you become the kind of person who achieves their goals. You become someone who follows through, who shows up, who keeps commitments to themselves. And that identity is way more valuable than any specific outcome. Because once you prove to yourself that you're consistent, you can achieve anything. So let's bring this home. Here's what we covered. Outcome goals set you up to feel like a failure because you're measuring things you can't control. Process goals put you back in the driver's seat. You focus on actions you control, and when you stay consistent, outcomes naturally follow. Today we talked about 2 15-minute sessions. Session 1, turn your North Star into a process goal. 3 questions, 15 minutes. Session 2, find your why and create your minimum viable action. 15 minutes. Consistency beats intensity. Small actions done daily create bigger results than big actions done sporadically. Track your process, not your outcome. Measure whether you showed up, not whether you hit a number. So your homework this week, Session 1 today, 15 minutes, answer the 3 questions, write your process goal. Session 2, tomorrow, 15 minutes, find your why, define your minimum. That's it. 30 minutes total over 2 days. You can do this while your coffee brews, or tea if you're me. You can do this in your car. You can do this during nap time. And don't forget to tune in next week for episode 59, where we're breaking those process goals into quarterly systems and daily actions. What you actually do to start building. And if you want the guided worksheets that walk you through every step of this, grab the Dream Big workbook at timeforliving.co/dreambig2. It's got the questions, the prompts, the tracking sheets, everything you need to turn this into a system that actually works. And one more thing, if you're listening to this while folding laundry or driving or doing literally anything else, I see you. You just invested 20 minutes in yourself, and that matters. That's a choice, and that choice is what changes everything. Until next week, keep making time for living. Hey friends, thank you so much for tuning in to the Time for Living podcast today. If this episode inspired you to take action and save time, I'd be so grateful if you could leave a written review and subscribe over on Apple Podcasts. Your feedback means the world to me and helps us reach even more amazing people like you. If you know a friend who needs to hear this message, share this episode with them. And remember, your time is precious, so make every moment count. Until next time, keep dreaming, keep living, and keep making time for what matters most.